Alright, how's it going everyone? Today we're going to be going over potentiometers. No, this isn't a potentiometer, these are plugs. So, these are a 3-pin fan header. Wow, 3-pin fan in. These are the headers on the potentiometer. And all these are is connected to a Molex that goes to the PC, so it's just for power. This here is the potentiometer. So, no, not the whole thing is a potentiometer. Just these. Just these two components. Right here and right here. Which are soldered on with these three and these three. And that's the potentiometer. So, this is a control board for the potentiometer, just for easier hookup for fan controls. We got different kind of diodes on it for keeping the actual voltage more stable going through. And this can be applied to graphics cards. Not this whole board setup, just a potentiometer with our own kind of diode that will make sure that we're only going to go to a 2 volt. So let's say we turn down potentiometer as low as we can go. We'll be at 1.2 volt, we'll say. We can put in that kind of diode that we can put in there, and then when we turn it up with this potentiometer, we can get the full 2 volt, where we can tune it to where we want it, and then we can slowly raise the voltage. And we can apply this to core voltage and memory voltage. So let me give you a little test here on this potentiometer board. This is a fairly simple test for me because I don't have to do any kind of soldering, which is kind of nice. So here is just a normal power. So like your normal 12 volt power to your fan. And what you do is you connect it to the power here, which is white to white on this. So all that is doing is giving you the power. So it's going to go through the board here. Zoom in a bit more. Hopefully it's not too blurry. I'm sorry if it's too blurry. So when we plug it in to here, as you can see, our traces are quite big on this. Kind of nice as well. Our power will go from here all the way around to this one side, and that will give us our neutral ground. That's to ground there. Then will be our power, and the power will go to the potentiometer first, and it'll go through the diodes to make sure it's a correct 12 volt power that's going through. And then when the potentiometer is on low, it's only going to give, let's say, 11.2 volts. And when you turn it up, it slowly starts giving it that little bit more voltage to increase the fan speed. Because once the fan's already going at the 12 volts, you don't need a whole lot more current to go through to raise it. So here we go. Here's the all plugged in. So we got power to this potentiometer here. Now we have this one fan to test. So we have this one fan to test. And then we got this fan to test, which is an old Foxconn fan. So this little one here, I would like to put into the 7-inch LCD 60Hz monitor that I have. And what I want to do is put a potentiometer onto it so I don't have to have this thing fully cranked. So If I crank that up to full volts, flip that over. Not that one. This one. So it's all plugged in now. Ta-da. It's pretty loud, so we can turn it down. And now it's not as fast. Which of course you can't really see that. So I'll give you the sound test. So I'm not sure if you can hear that or not, but as I'm talking you might be able to hear it. This is on low right now for the small fan. I'm going to turn it up, and now it's as high as it can go. So it's a bit faster, it's as fast as it can go, so it's full cranked as fast as it can go. So it's not too bad. And I'd like to put this into the monitor to keep everything nice and cool, because it does warm up. So hopefully you guys could hear that there. So my next one here I'm going to be putting in is the Foxconn. So the Foxconn is a 12 volt 0.43 amp fan. So when this one goes, it goes. So I'm going to turn it down, make sure it's turned down right off the bat there. And we'll just flip that over and we'll put it in. Oh yeah, it blows. It blows good air. Ow. God dang. So this one blows good air. This is on as low as we can go right now. We'll just give you the air test now. Now I'm not sure if you guys can hear that or not, because I do have a pretty good noise suppressor on this mic. Now I'm going to start turning it up here. You'll most likely notice because it is quite loud. Now this is on full bore. There's no way that the noise suppressor will be able to not hear this while I'm talking. So as you can see, the potentiometer just controls the slight amount of current that can raise and lower the voltage just slightly. It all depends on what you want to put into it, really. So yeah, like I said, it all really depends on what you want to put into the voltage. Potentiometer is just going to change the voltage. You can get bigger potentiometers, smaller ones. Smaller ones will be more preferred for when you're overclocking on the PCs. More or less because you gotta, it's just a cleaner look. You can have a board just like this. Like you can just take this board and probably throw it right on. All you'd have to do is just take out these 12 volts and switch it over to 2 volts or 1.5 just to start testing more or less, just to make sure you don't overvolt stuff. And you just, when you want to start working on it, you just put as low as it can go so you know for sure that you're only going to be hitting so many volts. And it's not going to be much when it's on low. That's a potentiometer. You just raise and lower, and it gets loud. Just by a little spin. This one here is nice as well. The PCB has a heat sink on it, and yeah, they do work. These heat sinks do work to make sure everything's nice, cool, and the currents give you nice and even flow at all times. Because when you're starting to overclock on PCs, anything that you're overclocking to get warm, and any electronics do not like hot temperatures. They have working temperatures, yes, that are quite hot, up to 90 C, 100 C, but they don't want to be there. Most of them want to be around 30 C. For like CPUs and GPU cores, they want to be as low as possible. If you can get them below 0, that's better. But then you're going to be looking into other problems, which I'll be, again, making on my series here for hardcore overclocking, potentials of going below zero or going to ambient temperature cooling, below ambient temperature cooling. Anyways, if you guys do like these kind of videos, hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment in the comment section below on things that you guys would like to see. I do make these videos for you as well, not just for me showing what I can do, more or less things that you guys can do, as this is not exactly an expensive thing to do and to get into. If you do it right and do things slowly, you can start from beginner, which is quite cheap, and you can just work your way from there. But anyone that didn't know what a potentiometer is, that's what it is. People call them pots. All it is just to control your voltage from high to low. So basically like your stove, or changing your fan speed. It's a little different on fan speeds, going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like stages. This is a controlled change, so I can fine tune what I want to put through it. That's what's nice about these, and you can customize them to your liking with the actual components you put onto it, which is like the diodes that are going to change the voltages through it. Again, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to get her done.